Hello, this is an introduction to the ConnectMeVoice chat feature. The chat allows you to have a fully interactive text chat with a specific individual or to send a message to an entire department within your company. It also allows you to view the current status of any individual, which is a feature known as presence. So now to access the chat, I'll go ahead and log into the ConnectMeVoice end user portal. We're now logged into an individual extension, which is extension 103, Scott Jones. There are two ways we can access the chat features. One is to simply click on the chat, and that'll bring up just the chat dialog. And the second is to access the chat features through our heads-up display, or the HUD. The same chat features are available in both places, but the HUD will allow you to access all of the call monitoring and control features as well as the chat. So I'm going to use the HUD for this demonstration. So the first place we're going to review is the present section. As you can see, there's 3 users listed in this section. In order to be listed, the user must have at least been logged into the HUD or chat one time. Now, if they're gray, that means they're not currently active in the HUD or chat. This is based on monitoring their mouse movements within the application. A user might still, however, be available even if they're gray. For example, they may have the chat open but minimized. So now you can see that Joe Smith is active and he's listed in green. Now, if we take a look at the HUD display, you'll see that Scott Jones is on a call. So let's see if Joe is available to take this call. Joe, can you take this call? And so Joe answers back, yes. So now we know that we could go ahead and transfer that call to Joe by simply clicking on the blind transfer icon on the heads-up display. So now, what if you have the HUD or chat open, but it's minimized? Well, what's going to happen now is we can have desktop notifications set. And this is somewhat browser dependent, so you have to enable it from within your browser. But once we do that, now I can be alerted that there's a text there waiting for me and click on it to make it active. And now I can go ahead and answer. Now, another powerful feature, which is really specially designed for call centers, is if you have queues or departments set up, well, then you can send a message to everybody in that queue or department. So let's say I want to send a message to everyone in sales. So I say, can anyone in sales take this call? And so now what that allows me to do is just see if there's anybody out there at all available to take a call. And now I can see that Joe can take the call. So once again, I could go ahead and do a blind transfer over to Joe. So I'm sure you could see how this could be really powerful for companies that are geographically dispersed and you want to see if someone in a department can take a call before going ahead and transferring. So that concludes the chat demo. And thank you for viewing.